Are LED tubes the best lights for your videos? No, absolutely not. No, definitely not. These aren't it. These aren't it. Let me show you actually in real time that they're not it. Feels like this is some episode 2 Attack of the Clones in that little episode where, Anakin was fighting Count Dooku. That's what this feels like. This is what LED tubes feel like. And my backlight right there. That's not what we want to do. That's not where we want to live. Okay. But if you're just curious about why they're not the bee's knees, why you don't need to use them for your content in a capacity as lighting your face is your main source of light, and you want to know what you should use them for, stick around. I'm going to tell you exactly the one thing that you need to consider when you buy one of these LED tubes and save you some money. Actually, I'm not going to save you money at all, but I'm at least going to save you from wasting money buying all these tubes when you just need to make one purchase and be done with it. Welcome to the show. Hello, good morning and good evening whenever you are watching this YouTube video. My name is Leah, sometimes Leia, sometimes Leah, just depends on my mood, and I am a DP, editor, entrepreneur, and unintentional part-time content creator here on YouTube, teaching you lovely entrepreneurs how to create high quality and cinematic content to grow your personal brand, or your just brand, or your business, or your personal brand or business. They're all linked together. Honestly, I'm trying to do a better job and using these great keywords when I talk about branding and business. So bear with me. But welcome to the episode about LED tubes and why you shouldn't be using them in the way you think you should be using them, but in the way you should be using them. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew because I'm holding a whole microphone in my hand because I forgot my audio and I wasn't going to go back home and do this again. So we're going to do this. We're going to get it done. So cheap LED tubes suck. They suck. They're the vein of my very existence at the very moment, as I'm using the ones that make me really mad right here today. But you would think 9 years. You would think 9 years in this biz, learning and growing, I would know that when a LED tube set of 4 for $389 is too good to be true. And I know you're like, Leah, what do you mean? What do you mean $389 is too good to be true? $389, that used to be a car payment like 6 years ago. I know, because I paid $310.03 for my car, right? But yeah, when it comes to lighting, no. Anything cheap sucks. Anything cheap has no power. Anything cheap doesn't have an app that you can control it with your phone. That's what cheap gets you when it comes to lights. And I learned that the hard way. Okay, I learned that the hard way. So let's just talk about the fact that LED tubes should just stay as practicals. They should stay as supplemental lighting. They should just stay as the Riz, as the kids would say, in your videos, and not as your main source of light. Because we talked about this. We talked about this in a previous video about the LED panels, right? You could use them as your main source of light, but it's not going to be a very soft image. It's going to be a little harsh. It's going to be a little rough around the edges, a little rough with the shadows, right? But they make great practical lighting, okay? So let me just throw in some B-roll here with the words that I'm saying so it matches, okay? So LED tubes are ideal for hair lights and creating separation from yourself and the background, and recreating the glow of a fireplace, filming in confined spaces, or as you've seen from other YouTubers, for aesthetics, for the Riz, for the pizzazz, okay? So, if you find yourself wanting to invest in one of these stupid things, respectfully, I'm just mad. I'm just mad at these, okay? They're not stupid. They serve a purpose. Obviously, they're sitting right beside me on this freaking desk for no reason, okay? But if you just find yourself wanting to add a little pizzazz to the back of your background, you find yourself lighting really small spaces, you're under a bed for some reason, creating a short film or a skit for your content or marketing advertising purposes because, hey, lean into your creativity, then this is the one major thing that you need to consider before you even look on B&H or Adorama, Amazon, wherever you're going to shop for an LED tube to light your content. Let's talk about it. So it's very simple, but it's quite profound. It's very simple, but it's quite profound. And it is the more expensive, the better. The better. Yeah, I know. Nobody wants to hear that. You know, they want to go on YouTube, tell me 30 ways to create cinematic content. You know, give me 30 ways to grow my business to $3 million in 3 days. Man, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. If that was the case, I would have paid off my student loans by now with the money that I invested in camera gear and things like that to make more money. So here we are. But yes, the more expensive, typically the better. Typically the better. So I'm definitely going to read this bit off because these titles are as bad as Sony computer titles, Sony monitor titles, Sony headphones titles, just Sony XB3s. Keep it simple. But no, Sony won't do that. So if you're looking, whether you're looking for or looking at, the Aperture MT Pro RGB LED tube light 1 inch, told you it's a lot, or the Amaran P2T, oh my goodness, that's a tongue twister. Amaran PT2C. You wouldn't have gotten that either. So glad I read that. Okay, the Amaran PT2C RGB LED Pixel Tube Light 2 inch 2 light production kit. The more money you spend, the better. The more money you spend, the better. Because why? The power output. It's just a brighter light. It's just, ridiculous. Like right now, I have the 60 watt, the 60 Amaran 60X back here illuminating this. And you saw in the previous video, I try to light my back. Because I was trying to review that light, so I didn't have it on the little stand like I usually did, and I had this stupid thing lighting this, and it, oh my goodness, you saw how terrible that looked. You probably didn't pay attention, but well, you couldn't pay attention because it wasn't lighting up the daggum plant. It wasn't lighting up the daggum plant because it was so weak. It was so not powerful. So anyway, so yeah, the more money you spend, the brighter the output, the powerful it is. Okay. Also, too, the battery life. These stupid things that day, 15-30 minutes at its brightest capacity, its brightest output, died, making me look stupid, making me look dumb, making me look unprofessional. It wasn't that deep, but still, that's what I felt like. Just breaking it over my leg, but it's not that deep. But if I felt like that, okay. Do I have anger management problems? Maybe. I'm small. What do you expect? Okay, I'm 5 foot. Anyway, still, I had to have it on its brightest output to just barely illuminate this plant. And not only was it as bright as output, barely illuminating this plant, but it died in 15 minutes because it was on its brightest output, barely illuminating this plant. You see the frustration here? You see my issue? You see why I'm so worked up with this mic in my hand, not trying to make too much noise? Good grief. And then the audacity, the unmitigated gall to not even have an app, on my phone. It is 2024, and I don't have an app on my phone to control these lights. Future Leah here, who realized that after already filming this once, that the lights are way too bright to include in this frame because I got that one I was telling you about. It was on sale, 50% off. Amaran, sorry, the sale is definitely been done at the time of not only recording this, but when I release it. So there's that. But sorry about it. But definitely got this behemoth of a light tube. But yeah, my lens was having the hardest time finding me and getting in focus. Like right now, I'm using my app over here to make sure that my eye is in focus, so we don't have to do this again. So sorry, I can't use this light to talk about what I'm about to talk about. But future Leah here, the Nan light that I have been going on a little bit of a tirade, having whatever, with problems, issues, all the things. It has an app. It does. It has an app, and the app is actually really good. Yeah, it's actually really good. I would dare say it is as good as Sidus Link. There's some other stuff that Sidus Link does, though, I like better. I'm still a Amaran girl, but yeah, it's really good. It's really good, especially I guess since they did an update. It's 2.0, so it's not doing the things it used to be doing. But yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I had no problem downloading the app. Opening up the app, because it's actually happened where I actually had issues opening the app. Then I had no problem, creating a new scene and then actually connecting my lights, because that's another issue I had with other lights, is that it couldn't find the light through Bluetooth. Immediately found the light, and then I had full control from there, and then also I was able to see, how much battery I had. With these lights, because that was a big pet peeve. That was a huge pet peeve. I'm just in the dark, don't know when them suckers are gonna go out. I fussed about it. It is what it is. I fussed about it. But yeah, I know, because I had an app that I didn't know existed until I was researching this video and saw in the description that it definitely has an app. So that's my faux pas. That is on me. But here's the kicker. Here's the thing. Here's the plot twist. There's some lighting effects. That this light does too, which was really a kick in the knees, because how did I not know my lights were that powerful? So now I'm kind of like, it was worth the $389. I'm gonna say it later on this video that it wasn't, too good to be true, but I'm gonna leave it in there because it was funny. It was great banter. But yeah, it was, it's on me. I'm really bad. At the time, I've changed now, but at the time I was really bad about. YouTuber told me to buy it because it's cool in the background and it's on sale, and or it's just cheaper than others, and I just go out and I get it, rather than doing my own research, or better yet, just after I get it, actually playing around with it and seeing what it all can do, because I just don't have time. I got stuff to do, so it'll work now as a practical. I regret that. I resent that. And I'm gonna do better, and I have been doing better. I did so much research when I bought this PT4C before it went off sale. It was a whole thing. Okay, I still stick by, though. Don't use it as a key light. Please don't do that. Please do not do that. It is, especially that light, is not powerful for such a thing, for such a time as your key light. But do invest, because for $389 and it does all these things and the app actually works. That's on me for not knowing that. That's really on me. Maybe at the time, it's just on me. It's on me. So I'm doing better. And yeah. So yeah, that's future Leah. That's all I got. Back to your regular scheduled program. Yep. I can't believe I didn't know my freaking lights did that. Because they got you with the 4-pack. You're like, oh my goodness, $389 for 4? $389 for 4? For 4? For 4? Because I'm pretty sure one of these tubes for one is like $299. So you're like, oh man, I'm winning. I have saved so much money with this. That's what we all think in camera world. This is too good to be true. This is such a good deal. There's no way I am saving so much money. I get 4 for $389. Yeah, there's a catch. There's a freaking catch. So go ahead, pay the $299, pay the $199, whatever you got to do, and just keep adding 1 tube a year until you get to 4, and not think about how you racked up some. Got me choked up. No, seriously, I almost died. Because, wow, to spend that much money on 4 lights, you don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. But seriously, though, I can't get my money back on these. Who am I going to sell these to? Who am I going to sell these to? Okay? And also, too, they don't even make holders for these, I don't think. So if I spend money to find holders to make these even a hair light, let me stop. Listen, I'm not, you can get these You can get these and find a purpose for them, because they actually do fairly well, really well actually, in my small space in my room when I shoot talking head videos in there. But that's it. That's it. Small spaces. Anytime I get up in here trying to do something, can't even see it. Not bright enough. It literally has to be right next to my face to make a difference. And have my metering mode just going crazy because it's trying to expose, feeling like that's like way overexposed, these two tubes. So yeah, it's anyway, it's yeah. I mean, that's all I gotta say. I feel like this video was a whole rant about LED tubes. It really was. It really was. Mostly just because I see so many new creatives going out thinking that they can light their face with an LED tube. And I mean, they can. There's some lights for that. I just recently saw a video by Tenfold Productions using, I believe it's a new light from Aperture. It's the Infinity Bar, I believe it was, that he used to recreate the Euphoria look. But I don't even want to know how much the Infinity Bar is. Knowing Aperture is probably $1,000. Knowing Aperture is probably $600 for like a 2-inch tube, a 2-inch bar, because that's just the name of the game. But hey, I mean, it's bright. Man lighted his whole face. He lighted a whole scene with like 4 of those in different spots. So I'm just saying, I'm just trying to help you out. You know, spend that money one time. You know, because over these last couple years, I have spent so much money on lights I don't use anymore, and I can't even sell them. And in good conscience, I can't even give it to a new creator, because what the heck you gonna use that for? What the heck you gonna use that for? What are you gonna create? What are you gonna light with? If you want your stuff to look like my stuff, that's the big deal. If you want it to look professional, look like whatever, yeah, sure, take that. Here you go. I won't even sell it to you. Just take it off my hands. It's taking up space. But if you want your stuff to look cinematic, look like a movie, look like a cinematographer put their hands on it, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. Like I said, works in a small space. I will definitely link the Aperture light, the Amaran light, and these Nan lights in the description. These are Nan lights. Remember that. If it comes in a pack of 4, these are the ones I'm talking about that I was ragging on the video the whole time. But if you got a small space, you want a little pizzazz in the background, these work for you. If you're in a bigger space, don't do it. Save your money, live better. Walmart. Okay, so I hope you liked this rant, okay, and you found it helpful. And if you did, share with a friend, because sharing is caring. And I will catch you in the next video with probably less hyperactive, whatever the heck was going on in this video. I have no idea. I think it's because his mic was in my hand, and because I forgot things that I shouldn't have forgotten. But hey, it's been a week. It's been a week. Okay, so catch you in the next video. Goodbye. Oh no, goodbye. Sorry, goodbye.